MBK. That nade is going to be well-timed. Does so much damage already. Sixer coming into Saboy. Will be Kenny to trade the first kill, which comes out from Get Right. Sixer completely missing the shots, but he will be able to fall away. Get Right trying to get close to his position, but at the moment, it is just looking like the trade. But there is Freiburg. We wondered if he'd be better today. He is there and playing, but it's trades at the moment. How is Sixer still alive? Just dancing around at the moment and avoiding these T players until he eventually, after many, many bullets, gets himself a second and a third kill. He's going to have plenty of players pushing his way. The flash is so well timed. He only gets one. Going to throw out the nade to try and stop himself going down, and he will in fact get a second as well. Going to fall back, but still gets caught. There is Apex. Sixer has found another in the meantime, but they will be able to retrieve a couple of SMGs up until the point where Happy, almost said Harry again, Happy finishes him off, and that will leave Freiburg 1 versus 3, but does have a little bit of utility, a Tech 9 and a Dump.
Yeah, he was a little bit poorly yesterday. He's going to be...
Yeah, this, again, a little bit risky, but at the same time, when players don't have any armor, any risk has just gone. The bomb just drops straight through the door at the very beginning of the round, and while Happy just doing Happy things, jumping around, finding himself some kills, lurking around the back of these remaining T players, and they're going to try and shut him down and at least get themselves an ump to play with, but, well, he's just dancing at this point.
Yeah, Tom apparently obsessed with dancing today. I don't know what he's been watching on TV, but it's going to be Happy coming from behind, going to find one, but no tango. This time around, is Apex going to be quick to refrag, leaving it all on Exist. 1 versus 4, Glock in hand, and well, it's nice and red. He's going to end up dead. There we
push through, unless the nades are very well utilized. Now we will see a pop flash go into the A site early on, but it hasn't really achieved too much. Apex is in fact going to be the one to drop early on, and well, now this leaves the AWP of Kenny as the only supporting player outside. They will use the smoke to drop down. The bomb is stopped though, and that's the worst case scenario. The bomb has just been left on the site. Get Right, he has to peek back in, but he manages to save the round. He gets them that bomb back into position. Kenny is outside with the AWP, and if he can drop it once again, there's still a good opportunity, but at least it's not trapped on that A site anymore.
That was so unfortunate. The bomb, though, just dropping out into the open. Kenny trying to hold up outside. He's going to be tasked with trying to find 2 frags here. Going to land one on the back of the ops, which is out to the P250. The rest of NiP, meanwhile, still relegated down. Oh. But it's Get Right to find that frag. Sixer, meanwhile, going to be trying to make his way through vents. He's able to drop out Freiburg. This is going to really impede their possibilities here exist. Thankfully, does get that trade. That's going to open up the B site. You can already see Get Right trying to find a passage there that's going to be safe. And as Happy makes his way into heaven, he might be able to spot him out. He's slowly making his way through hell. And they're just going to skirt past each other. Oh, no, Get Right, run away, run away, no! He's going to get taken down. And now it's Happy versus Exist. Get Right just peeks his little head up, and like a game of whack-a-mole, it's going to be Happy to shut him down.
Well, I think this is done. He has to go for the kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 10 seconds left. He can't do it. That's it. Exist is just going to have to...
he has to try and kill him.
He has to get the frag, and I don't think Happy's one to just stand around in the open and let it happen. And there we go.
Oh, guessed wrong. Horrific.
Yeah, I mean, nothing going in the way of NiP for the time being. First, a mouse breaks, and then the bomb just drops in the most unlikely of positions. Sixer, first of all, this time around. That's going to help open up this ramp area. MBK, the player tasked with rotating on in to shut it down. He falls as well, and it means it's all on Kenny's shoulders. He gets smoked off, and safe passage in towards the B site is going to be granted. A nice shot from Exist to remove Apex, the only immediate threat. This B site completely open, and Happy and Kenny, I think, already thinking about saving this one.
Yeah, well, after 4 rebuys in the previous round, the economy is going to take a nasty hit. And I think it's definitely the right decision to just fall back and save. I wonder if they'll actually have the money to get themselves a buy into the next round. It looks like they may just be able to scrape 1 Sixer with a bit of extra cash, and also the fact that Happy will be able to drop a rifle as well means that they will be able to get themselves a buy on the board. So definitely the right decision along with the save. I don't think NiP want to overface in these sort of positions because they have literally just got their first round on the board. Keeping all 5 players alive is hugely important in terms of just making sure that their economy is safe, and if they don't want a position basically where they challenge now, lose a few players, and then lose the next round and get reset. So smart decision from them.
Well, here's the push out towards A. You can see Get Right opening things up, but it's MBK to find the next. Get Right finding a second as he looks to go quite huge here. Picks up 2 frags. It's Sixer on the flank. He has to be the linchpin into this round. You can see he's making his way through, but Freiburg through the smoke drops out Kenny. Now it's all Sixer. Going to find 1. Looks for 2. But Forrest shuts that down before any opportunity can come of it.
Getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Just looking at this round as outside will be taken by the Ts, and they're just going to look to take these longer range duels. They don't want to get close and personal with these pistols, and where that one-shot potential is just so deadly.
Yeah, especially against the EnVyUS of all teams. I mean, one that, you know, not so much, maybe not talked about as much now, but back in the day, certainly, if you remember them when the CZ was in its prime, how good they were. And I mean, you know, their skills with the pistols definitely haven't gone down too much even since then. And we can see that they do look to be continuing that, but this time it is NiP just shutting things down. The remaining 3 players for EnVyUS trapped down here over towards B. They don't want to be trying to go for this once again, hoping to play for some exit frags. NiP, though, taking this very passively, just waiting for them to try and venture up. Exist does get spotted out, but it's only a USP trying to take him out. Kenny and Sixer, they combine, take out Exist, and that's going to be an AK scavenged. So suddenly, saving on this one doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, and I like this. Six are going to be taking point as well, trying to make sure that there's an easy trade for Kenny and manage to drop another player. Apex will almost find Forest, but he's still managing to capitalize with the advantage of that AK. And actually,
EnVyUS so far, do they have what it takes, you know, on the CT side to really, you know, stick it to the Swedes?
well, the problem so far is just stringing them together, and they've been very, very bad at actually sort of winning around and then winning a couple. At the beginning, they got a few in a row, and that got them off to a good start. Since then, it's actually been more NiP, and with that pick, it's pretty much just going to lead me to think that maybe NiP are ready to actually break their economy once again, and that's a third kill in a matter of seconds for the Ninjas, and that's only going to leave 2 remaining, and while looking like a 5th, maybe even a 6th if the economy is broken. Happy, however, he is going to make a stand and finally pick up a first kill on the board, and well, there's Sixer as well, who's going to get 2 back.
Now it's a 2-on-2. Happy making his way to the top though, and there we go. Get right. Not ready for that death from above. Raining on down, leaving it all on Exist. He's been in these clutch situations before. He couldn't make it work last time. Potentially going to have more luck here against Sixer. And Happy just playing up towards the vents. If he breaks this, then it's going to be signaled, of course, to Happy where he is. Breaks the vent, spots at Happy, but Happy's going to get the frag. And doesn't have X-ray vision like we do. And well, the rest of NiP now pushing over towards ramp. Kenny can, however, shut this down where he can have an impact. Going to find that first. Onto Pith, and no return able to come through just yet. He does get flashed, but he's able to take some refuge behind that box there.
Yeah, I really like just watching Kenny's POV, actually, because you can see just the movement he has. The second he loses vision somewhere else, he's already ready to rotate back over, takes a kill over towards ramp. Happy's position is actually going to be thought of by Get Right. He manages to trade one back, but doesn't expect a second. Just goes running through aimlessly and gets caught by Apex. The man advantage resumes for EnVyUS, and this leaves it into a huge advantage now as MBK, he picks up 2, ends this round in his tracks, unless Freiburg can pull off something crazy.
Well, 1 versus 4, and like we say, he was ill yesterday. Hopefully not going to have an impact on this clutch. Let's see if he can bring his A game. Does manage to drop out Apex. That's going to be one head of the beast guillotine, looking for the frag on a 6, so he does good.
A position he's done very well in the past, so we'll see if he can start off strongly as he's going to have 4 players coming his way.
Pith able to find 2. Forest rotates it as well. Going to be able to take out Apex and Kenny. Now it's all on Happy, and in the blink of an eye, NiP, they shut.
Is it looking to go aggressive? It looks like he is going to use the Molotov to shield the vision, and already tags MBK very, very low. Of course, little utility, or little to none, in fact, on the T side, so they can't really do anything about this. And this spray and pray is just going to absolutely destroy this T side's force.
Happy and Apex, last 2 left alive for EnVyUS, trying to exert something outside. It's going to be Apex to find 1. Smoke does go down and actually allows him to escape with his life. Happy just sacrifices himself to the Swedish gods there, and now it's all on Apex, the eagle in hand.
But let's be honest, it should be a nice, easy round, although Freiburg has to be a little bit careful now because he's already down to 4 HP.
Exist looking to back him up. Freiburg does escape down vents and now exists in a very forward location. Forest looking to try and go aggressive as well. Lots of aggression right now from NiP, and it does pay off. NiP on the back of Exist and Forest pick up 2 frags respectively. Forest continues this aggression. He's able to find a second now and Happy, and now it's all Sixer. He does get 1, but
close. P90's absolutely fine. Forest, he should be absolutely fine with this position as well. Close, however, well, maybe not. It's going to be the first to drop. MBK will be finding that frag. He will go down to 30 HP, so it's not the worst trade in the world, but of course, NiP, the point of a bonus round is, yes, it's a bonus, but you still want to win it.
Get right. He's going to be able to find Apex outside, looking for a second. Kenny gets caught with his pants down, nearly gets tagged down low, and it's actually Forest on that nade. It might find enough damage, but doesn't quite get around the corner. And now Forest, hungry for blood, does manage to finish him off. It's all going to be on MBK here, 1 versus 3. He pushes in towards this A site. He's got players all around him, like moths to a flame. It's going to be Freiburg to finish him off. This one, Forest will be taking that off. He's going to be playing that up up in heaven by the looks of things, trying to watch this outside push, and as he's lined up, he's ready to potentially shut this down.
I like this, boosting up onto red. This is a risky position if they peek from any other angle, but Forest, well, he's in fact going to find the first. Kenny is going to go for the re-peek. Exist has to be careful of Happy, who's managed to find one. Actually going to hit the spray through the wall, but luckily Sixer is there to save his teammate, save his in-game leader, and now MBK, he picks that kill up onto Forest as well, leaving only 2 players left. Well, he gets traded out very quickly after the kill on MBK, leaving 1 man, and it's Get Right finds the first, looking for the second, pretty close to it as well, but it's not quite going to be enough. Happy coming straight out of the vent, gets taken down as well, leaves it onto Kenny, but the man will end it.
And 2 rifles in the AWP on Forest.
Yeah, Get Right is going to be taking that aggressive push outside. Apex will be called back a little bit. Actually going to go through into the smoke. I think Get Right spotted him, and that's the first frag. That's an important advantage already for the NiP side. They need to get that man advantage and stick with it, because one of the things they've really been struggling with so far is the prominent factor of losing a man, or losing a man very early in the round. So far, they are keeping it going. Get Right, however, is going to go for this peek. Needs to take someone at least, and he will, and fade away. But actually, he's going to go back for more. Not done yet. Looking for the third. Happy will eventually trade, but it's too little too late. The 10th round on the board for NiP. And
Kenny S is ready for this.
no, this is just the Get Right style. He will just trade eventually, but then gets the second as well, giving the man advantage over towards NiP once again. However, he is tagged very low. Freiburg finds another, but through the door, we'll see Freiburg fall instantly in return. Kenny walking around scoped, looking for Get Right, doesn't manage to connect. Get Right was already low on HP, and now it is Happy once again, but Exist will be there to trade. It's all on to Kenny S. He's in a 2 versus 1, and eventually we will see Pith close him down. The play style of trying to find these frags early in the round, a lot of damage being done onto Exist. He's almost dead from just nades, and well, Sixer is going to peek out, finish him off, and it's looking like EnVy are going to be on their way to taking this map. We need some individual style at this point. Pith up close and personal, throws the smoke. It doesn't quite bloom in time. They know he's there, and we'll have to fall back. Happy, in the meantime, has managed to get all the way around the back. There's not a lot of map control at the moment, and while Pith, he's not going to be expecting this. That's going to be a nice, easy frag for the French as they now look to take this map over the line.
Yeah, they got the 2-man advantage and also the weaponry advantage. No utility for NiP here. And it's Get Right finds one outside. It is a glimmering diamond in amongst the
rough.
The rough, yeah. I was going to try and say something else, but, you know, never mind. Apex drops out Get Right. He was the only player with a rifle. Now it's Forest, who has to try and find 6 here. It does good damage, but ultimately, it is looking like he's going to get that frag. 2-1-3, but very low HP for NiP here. And look at EnVyUS. They've fallen back. They're taking this so passively. Kenny doesn't need to go passive, though. He